Hello everybody to the 7th lesson of CSS for attractive design. In this lesson we will know how to control the CSS margin. First of all, let's know what is the margin. The margin means the outside size. For example, this text that we have it here has from the bottom space, and from the right there is a little space, and from the top there is a little space. This we call it the margins, the space between you and between the next element of you. We will see now in the examples here what are these things and what do we mean with margin. For example, here I will create an HTML element. For example, let's see, it would be h1, okay, or let's say another thing which could be, for example, what, h1, okay, no problem. Say, sorry, closing tag, then we write this is margin element. Okay, so margin element. Then I will give an ID for that element. ID, let's say the ID could be margin 1. Okay, so copy and come to this place, hash, and call the ID selector, and here I'll write here the thing that I need. For example, here I need the style of margin, so I'll write margin, and here we have. So this is the margin that we have talked about. So what is the margin at the first? The margin means the size or the the space around that element. So for example, here I will write, for example, 40 pixel. So the margin will be 40 pixel. If we refresh the page, look, this is the, let's delete that one just to see how is the element before we put the margin. Everything is great, okay, everything normal. When you add the margin, look, save it, refresh the margin, we have here space between that and around it. Also, if I for example add a border here, so that we could know how is the margin between the element and the other element. So let's see, border, and see 3 pixel, slide, and color would be green. Let's refresh the page and see. So this is the margin. So the margin is from the top, from the right, and from the right and from the left. Also from the bottom. If I, for example, add here another element, and I will make it as easy element, safe. Okay, so this is the normal text, okay, but here is a margin element. So we have top 14, left 14, and right and bottom 2. So that is the margin. So does the margin have another element or have another thing that could be controlled? Yes, the margin have margin from top, margin from right, margin from bottom, margin from left, and margin from right. So let's start. For example, here if I have this element, I could change the margin from top. I'll see that the margin from top could be 80 pixel. And margin from right could have, for example, 100 pixel, and margin from bottom could have 200 pixel, and margin from left could have, for example, let's say 30 pixel. Save it and come here, refresh. So there is, so from the bottom is 100, here 80, here 40, here is 30, and so on. So this is how we create the margin. We have how to control it for the top and the bottom, and you could see here auto and so on. Or you could have an element that could control all of them. So just write margin, and if you write one element, one value, for example 30, it would be assigned for all of the sides, for the top and right and bottom and left. But if you write two elements, for example 30 pixels, and the second one would be 60 pixels. Okay, so So the first will be for the top and the bottom, the second will be for the right and the left. Okay, if I write 4 elements, it would be for the top. The first would be for the top, okay, top, then right, then bottom, then left. Okay, so here I will write, for example, 100 for the bottom, and here in the left we will say, for example, 10 pixel. So this is how we write it. So first we write the top, then the right, then the bottom, then the left. So here's how we deal with the margin. Okay, save it, refresh the page, look how is it looking for. So great. Also, we could control, for example, the margin with only something could auto or inherit. So what do we mean with auto? Auto means it will take the value of the browser. So if we see auto, save it, refresh, it should be normal text. Okay, normal text is auto, means it will take the margin that is given by the browser. If we set that to inherit, okay, it will inherit from the higher level, for example here from the body. So if the body have a little bit margin, it will have another margin. For example here we see style, or I came here and see body, I'll call that with the element selector and see body margin, let's see 100 pixel. Okay, so the body will have 100 pixel margin, and here look, here we have the 100 pixel for the body, whole the body. Okay, even if here, but when we create the, or we add the inherit element here for the margin for that element, it's margin inherit, means it will inherit from the nearest element for that thing, from the parent element. If we see here, what is the parent of this element? It's the body, and the body has a style which margin is 100 pixel. So if we refresh here, the margin of that element is inherited from the size of the margin of the parent element. Okay, so this was about the margin. It's enough for now, and see you in the next lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, you should subscribe for another courses and another videos that you will get. So thanks for listening, and see you again. Bye.